Hey folks, how are you? I hope that you're well. Today is day 22 of Vlogmas. I'm up in the office today. Behold! Excuse the mess. That's just like shipping stuff, you know? Plus, my life is slightly chaotic, but I want to sort this out because I have a box of yarn here and I've got a clear shelf there, and I cleared out the clear shelf because the cats kept chasing each other around, didn't you, ladies? You're not meant to be up here, but the door doesn't close properly. I need to get a hook and eye for the inside, but I also feel like that's kind of dangerous. Like, what if these are very low ceilings. I've hit my head so many times on these ceilings, and there's always the slight worry in the back of my mind that I'm going to like hit my head, pass out. And if I had a hook and eye on the inside, no one could come up and get to me. Irrational fears. I do acknowledge that. But they're not allowed up here without me, so I can keep a close eye on them. Regardless, I'm having a sale on Boxing Day. I was reminded yesterday that not everyone knows what Boxing Day is, and I sincerely apologise for that. A British term, I'm guessing. And that is the day after Christmas. What do you call the day after Christmas? Boxing Day. I don't know why, but that is what it's called. And I'm going to be having a sale, and there's going to be a discount code, which means I need to sort through the inventory that I have and make sure I have everything I have in stock on the website, and that stock numbers are amounts so people don't buy things that I don't have. So that is what today is going to be. It's terribly exciting, isn't it? Just plugged my Chromebook in. I need to go through all of my outstanding orders for the yarn club because they will be dyed up tomorrow. I'm feeling much better today than I did yesterday, by the way. Feeling much more jazzed. I had an omelette with beans and cheese for lunch, and I haven't had that in weeks. I won't lie, I've not been eating the best lately, and I think that has had an effect on how I've been feeling. So I ate some vegetables like the responsible 32-year-old I am. But yeah, I need to go through those orders because some people ordered yarn along with their yarn club. I need to go through them and take out any yarn that has been ordered, and then do a stock check of everything else, get it online, get it scheduled, work out what the discount code is going to be. It's going to be for 20% off. That's ridiculous, isn't it? That's quite a large percentage. Quite a large, but I have so much yarn and I want to clear it out so I can start again for East Anglia Yarn Festival in March, and also really want a collection maybe in February, which means that one of these will only be £16. Bargain. Bargain. I know. Yeah, I don't have sales very often, folks. You might be aware of this. Will you two not start fighting? They will not. They will start fighting. Colourway up because I wanted to take some tonal fluff with me to a yarn show. Not a single skein is sold. I bought it, I made it, dyed it because I thought it would go quite nicely with Moloch. You see? Oh, beautiful, beautiful together. People don't want a tonal red. This is what I'm learning. So I got 4 skeins of it and no one wants it. I'm trying. The struggle. I mean, if they don't go, they'll go in the bargain box for yarn shows, and hopefully someone will buy them eventually. But yeah, small frustrations. Hey bub. So I thought I would start out doing the one with the least amount of skeins, going through fluff, because I've cancel, save. I have the least amount going in. At the moment, we are all correct, bar one. And I'm pretty sure they should be because I haven't done this that long ago. But at the same time, it's always better to be safe than sorry. But yeah, I'm just learning that people don't like tonal fluff. So, good to know. I have 1 skein of Dust of Deliciousness that I don't think I've photographed. I've also got 4 skeins of Merfolk Lagoon that I haven't photographed and put in the shop. So that is good to know. Right, 2 of them, correct. And 1 of them, correct. So this is a part of owning your own business that people don't talk about enough, in my opinion. Because, oh, look how stunning. That's a skein I'm keeping. People don't talk about inventory control. They don't talk about any of that stuff. And then here we are, having to work it out. I don't know. I don't have the answers. But I do have a box full of sparkle sock that I need to sort through. So, yeah. Every so often, periodically, just try to make sure that you go through what yarn that you have in stock so people don't buy things that you don't have, because I've definitely had that done before. 2 of them, perfect. Aeropar Forest. Beautiful. And plus it's just nice to get it all back to being organised again. After the chaos of Advent, which kind of took over the whole of this room, I mean, I won't lie. I had a few days where I just, maybe a week, I just didn't want to come up here because I was done. I was just like, nope, no more, thank you. Charm Resistance. It says I've got 4 of these. I do. Beautiful. Bit of sparkly pink. That'll make a nice jumper for someone if you want it. No pressure, obviously. How many does it say I have? 4. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Because early on in my businessy venture, I wouldn't stock check because I'd just be like, of course it's right. It's a computer. Computers are never wrong. Computers are never wrong. But you know who is wrong? Humans. Humans can be wrong. So I have definitely put too much in my shop before that I just didn't have. And then someone buys it and then you think, oh, I either need to dye this up for you, which is, you know, not the point. Or 4 of those. I need to refund you, which is also not ideal. It's not ideal. 4 of those, yes, for Craven Edge. Yes, yes, yes. And plus it's letting me set the availability, or it's reminding me to set the availability. So they're not in the shop now. You cannot buy them yet. They'll be going live at 6 PM UK time on the 26th of December because, yeah. And then it also just looks so nice and organised, which is a stark contrast to the rest of this office, which is just chaos. And you know what? I'm right with it. I function in chaos. It might stress you out, but luckily you don't have to work here, so it does not stress me out. I have 4 of these apparently. Oh, here they are. See, and then sometimes, ugh, when you're pulling out yarn from underneath, the skeins from the top fall off and they fall down the back, and then they're lost, and then you think you don't have it, so you refund someone, but then you do actually have it, and then you want to email them and say, I'm really sorry I have it, and then they don't want it anymore because they're just like, I'm over it at this point, you refunded me. That's all I wanted. It's like, okay. You see? So it pays to keep track of where your stock is. I love this colourway. I love this colourway so much, and I thought it would be way more popular than it is. That's okay. These are important things to do. It's good to have a range of colourways in your shop so you know what sells. And vaguely neutral tones apparently don't sell for me, even though I really love dyeing them. So the things we learn. So we've got our first thing that says I have 2 of them and I cannot find them. That's not to say they won't appear at some point as I go through this, but I'm saying that they are not making themselves apparent to me as of right now, which is a shame. It's 2 skeins of Hamster Unicorns on Sparkle Sock, and this is why we go through our stash, our in-stock yarn, and we find where it could be, because it's not here. So yeah, that won't be going in the shop, so I can just close that page, boop, and move on to the next one, because that's very annoying. But that is why we do this. You know? Hummingbrella mushroom. Very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, bit of an end. 2 of them. That is correct. Yeah, so pro tip, if you are in business, new to business, or have been in business a long time and have never done this, please do this every now and then. It will save yourself a headache later on. And don't get me wrong, it's a ball ache. I hate doing it. It's such a faff to do. But you will thank yourself later on, that is for sure. Sparkle sock. I have one of those. Yes, yes I do. Okay, something very handy I've just noticed with Shopify. When you look at the quantities, it's got incoming, committed and available. I don't use incoming, and I've never seen committed used before and didn't know what it meant. It makes so much sense now. So I technically have 3 in stock of Merfolk Lagoon, but one of them is already going to an order, so 1 is committed and then I have 2. I didn't need to go through all my orders to make sure that I'd separated them off anyway, because it does it for me. That's very smart. That's very smart. Maybe this is a normal thing that a lot of people know, but I've just never realised that before because I've never done this whilst stuff is sold. Usually I do this when my orders are empty, so very exciting. Hey, I don't know if this vlog is interesting for anyone, but you know what? It's not a studio vlog, it's Vlogmas. I'm showing you what I'm doing in my day-to-day life. And what I'm doing today, this close to Christmas, is a stock take. I've moved on to DK. I haven't actually moved my tuchus anywhere because I'm going along the shelf, so I'm still here. I'm currently doing a Q&A on Instagram at the same time where people can submit anonymous questions. Where are you going? Hopefully nowhere. Because there's yarn over there and you're not allowed over there. So why don't you go that way? There's so many cupboards to explore. And someone asked why I didn't fill up buckets and hoik them down the garden when my pipe froze. Do you know what? I wasn't going to answer the question. And I gave just like a bit of a vague answer on Instagram. I was like, I could have done. Sure. But then I've been sat thinking about it. And what they've... 5 skeins of that. Crikey. Oh, up here. What they've essentially asked is... I only see 4. 5. Why didn't you walk up and down your icy garden lugging a heavy bucket of water in the freezing cold to dye up some yarn? You know? And the reason being is because I'm a very clumsy person. And the last thing I want to do the week before, 2 weeks before Christmas at that point, is break my arm when I'm helping out my husband with his business at around Christmas time. I'm helping out with collections and like bagging up orders, and I don't want to have to be worrying about a broken arm, especially because I need to make stitch markers. So that is why I didn't fill up a bucket of water and hike it up and down the garden, because it's yarn. At the end of the day, it's a skein of yarn. It's not the be all and I mean, it's a pretty big part of my life. It's a pretty important part of a lot of people's lives. It's not saving life though, is it? It's keeping people toasty warm. I understand that. And I know people will be disappointed that it's late, but it's like 2 weeks after I was meant to ship it, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm thinking about it every single day. And that's one reason it's a stupid thing. It's one reason I'm stressing out about dyeing it, because now people are having to wait so long for it. It has to be a superb colourway, and I'm slightly concerned that it's not going to come out the way I want it to. Which is stupid, because it's a worry every time I dye up a yarn club. And look how beautiful this is! I love this! So yeah, it's just my brain being silly. Also, I have been seeing all of the things of like Royal Mail. So their sorting offices are packed, they're full. I don't really want my stuff to get lost, you know? And I know, why can't you use couriers? have you thought about using couriers? Yes, I have thought about using couriers, but these people have already paid for their postage, and couriers, some of them aren't even picking up orders around here, and on average they're like double the price of Royal Mail from the ones that I have used anyway. So that's a lot of money that I'm going to be paying extra, and I'm already pretty sure I'm going to have to upgrade everyone to tracked anyway, because otherwise I'm going to get bombarded with emails of, do you have a tracking number for this? Do you have a tracking number for this? It hasn't turned up. Well, no, because you didn't select tracking. So no, it doesn't. And so instead of having to worry about that, I will probably just upgrade everything to tracked. We are on to the final two segments, and I still have a gap because I didn't put all of my sturdy sock. I had like 6, 7, 8, 9 skeins that didn't fit, so I just popped them on the fluff. So I've still got a gap. And then I've got merino, which I think is all going to fit in one gap, so I might pop it underneath, and we'll see how we go, basically. And then this bit will be so much more organised. I have a ton of yarn on top that I like need to photograph or whatever, but that's okay. That doesn't need to be done now, because some of it's like Yarn Club. This is a skein that I've kept for myself that I want to knit the Thursday night socks out of. And yeah, so we're going through the final doodad. That is the wrong amount because I gifted a skein of that to my mother. Hey folks, so I've just finished doing all of that. It took me 2 hours. Oh goodness, I did not know it would take me that long to do, and yet here we are. I feel way better about it because I have an empty box, I have 2 empty shelves, and actually I don't have as much yarn as I thought I did, which has reassured me somewhat. I've set up the discount. It's going to be running from 6 PM GMT on Boxing Day up until 1 minute to midnight on the 31st of December, and it applies automatically a discount, 20% off Chromatic Yarns, anything that's in stock. So have a party, have a party. You could get some right bargains, especially on fluff. So yeah, that's an option available to you right there. Right, shall we do Advent time? I think we should do Advent time. I have 3 Advent calendars, 1, 2 and 3. I have the Chromatic Yarns Advent calendar. That is my own hand-dyed yarn, as you can see. And all of my colourways are dyed in colours inspired by Dungeons and Dragons. It's niche, I know it's niche, but you know what? Why not? I also have a Castle View Yarns Advent calendar. That is a fade Advent calendar, and it's all mermaid inspired colours. And then I also have a Bird and Blend Tea Advent calendar that they were so kind to gift to me because I am an affiliate with them, and there is a link in the description box if you want any tea. We are starting out today with Chromatic Yarns. Ooh, this colourway is called Dusk Hag, and it's kind of like a spicy reddish brown, and yeah, very fun. Not my usual colourways that I dye, but I also love it quite a lot, so Dusk Hag, that's that one. Next up we have Castle View Yarns. Oh, Jen, this colourway. This is Kailani Shining Lagoon, and it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. It's a mint green, paler than the camera is showing. And then you've got these delicious speckles happening. Oh, I'm obsessed. Yes, thank you. Look at these. Look at these ones. This here camera. Look at them. Yes, I'm picking my nail varnish off. I know, I'll probably take it off and then paint them tonight so I don't bite my nails. And then we have the Bird and Blend. I've managed to not look at this and I'm very impressed. There's been a couple of days I've picked it out and just automatically turned it over and I'm just like, well, that was pointless. But I'll let you look first. Ooh, Moondrop Dreams. I think I've had this one before. Rhubarb, apple pieces, rose hip, lavender, lemon peel, fermented lemon peel, orange peel and natural flavouring. It's caffeine free. Oh, smells nice. I had Dozy Girl yesterday because I thought it might help me fall asleep. It did. It was delightful. That was yesterday evening whilst I was editing the vlog that's going up in an hour or so, just under. So yeah, I really need to get the Hoover up here and Hoover up because there's fluff everywhere. So I'm rewarding myself for stock take by watching a terrible Christmas film and knitting Mario's Christmas present. I'm this far through. I actually got a chunk done yesterday whilst I was editing the studio vlog yesterday evening, which was very nice. And yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that it's going to get done. I love hat update. I looked on BBC this morning. Mario said he'd run out of Christmas films to watch, which is laughable. He hates terrible Christmas films, so I'm not going to recommend any of those to him because they're terrible. But I went on BBC to see what they have on there, and they've actually got some terrible Christmas films. I know! So I've just popped on A Christmas to Savour, which at the moment looks like it's filmed on a potato. So if the quality doesn't improve and this isn't just the opening sequence, I will not be continuing to watch this because I don't really want to watch something that looks like it's been filmed on a potato. So yeah, that is what we're currently doing. I have lit a wax melt, which smells, I mean the name is buttery beer, so it's meant to smell like butter beer. It kind of smells a bit like freshly baked cookies, but like in a really nice way, not in an overly sweet way, which I very much enjoy and just kind of wish that I'd baked cookies. I really wish that I'd done some festive baking, but maybe that will come. I don't know. I'm going into the bakery on the 23rd and 24th, so it probably won't happen now because I've got to dye yarn tomorrow. Because, you know, I'm a procrastinator. I leave everything to the last minute. The glasses have gone on, by the way. I need them for distance. I'm a procrastinator. I leave everything to the last minute. So tomorrow is the last day that I can dye yarn. Therefore, tomorrow I will dye yarn. And it will be a spectacular colourway. I've just brewed up Pina Colada as a hot tea. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know. I'll fill you in. I'll keep you updated on what happens in this Christmas film. Mum sent this Christmas hat up when they came to visit. She thought it'd be nice for markets. The only issue is I have a giant head. It does not fit my head. It also does not fit Mario's head. Oh, it's just on. And also, it just stands upright. It's like a plastic bag under there. So yeah, no, it's not. It has not been worn. It will not be worn. Right. Keep knitting. Christmas to savour. Play. 5 minutes in. New York. She's a chef. Bit different from usual. Sorry, I've just eaten a celebration. She's a chef, and it was Malteser, by the way. She works in a kitchen, has opened a restaurant with her friend who seems to be front of house, and the friend is saying, our menu hasn't changed since we opened it. Who has the same menu all the time? These people. And so she's trying to say, do something for Christmas. She's like, no, I don't want to do something for Christmas. So she's gone to buy ingredients, and someone's picked up the last of the potatoes, and it's someone she knew from childhood. Let's see how this unfolds. Pina colada tea would be better cold brewed than hot. That is my feedback. Also, the lead actress has a slightly annoying voice and everything looks like it's been dubbed, but they look like they're speaking English. But it looks like they've just recorded it over the top. It's weird. It feels off. I don't know why, but I'm not a sound engineer, so far I am on board with this crap Christmas film because it's not like a normal terrible Christmas film. The guy, the potato man, I don't know who he is. That's fine. If they might end up falling in love. Anyway, one of the investors might pull out of their restaurant, and then the front of house friend, who I get management, or I mean, she co-owns it. Said, oh well, that's fine because the chef, one of the owners, is working on a festive holiday menu, which she really didn't want to do, but now has to do because the investor got very excited about it. And they're going to bring in a food critic, to review the menu. So I quite like this so far. Very different. I mean, it's not fabulous, but it's very different to other terrible Christmas films I have watched so far this year. My enthusiasm for this film is going down quite quickly. The maitre d', which is the term that I couldn't remember when I was calling her front of house, booked the chef to go on a week-long course about how to find a cooking course. She's a professional chef. Sent her on a cooking course for people that can't really cook to find, you know, inspiration of Christmas flavours. Who's running the course? Potato guy. Who's potato guy? Her rival at cooking school. They're gonna fall in love. I'm not keen on this film anymore. I thought it was going to be better than it is. I was optimistic. I thought I was going to get tasty looking food shots, her working on a menu, trying new recipe ideas, maybe travelling around, I don't know. Not this. And I'm not an actor, therefore the acting isn't good. The acting is really not good. And there's awkward pauses and all sorts, and it's just, I'm not 100% sure if I'll finish this film, so we shall see. The tea is improving as it cools down. I'm around halfway through. The lead protagonist, the chef, is so frustrating. She's so stubborn and like stuck in her ways. There's not a whole lot of redeeming qualities written about her. I can't even be skeptical. There's nothing, it's just, I'm just not really enjoying it. I feel like I'm 37 minutes in. So I want to finish it, just to say I finished it, but at the same time, it's not good. I'll give you an update when it's done. That will be the next update. You don't need a blow by blow. Good evening, folks. Well, it's not. It's 5 to 5. I've just finished the film. It was really terrible. I completely zoned out. They fell in love. They were together still a year later. The restaurant was saved, you know. Standard fare. Don't waste your time on it. Don't. People ask, I've been asked a couple of times today for terrible Christmas film recommendations. Not this one. A Christmas to Savour is not my recommendation. That is what I am saying. It was really bad. A whole new level of bad. Anyway, I am the hat. We've made some progress. I didn't put this in where I started today, but I just clipped it on because I thought I have these festive progress keepers and I'm not using them. So he's just hanging out on there today, having a good time. And yeah, I'm just knitting the hat round and round. It fits my head, which is good and reassuring, because if it fits my head, it will definitely fit Mario's head because my head is bigger than his. And then, yeah, I feel like today has been quite a productive day, which I feel quite good about, even if it doesn't look like I've done that much. But the fact that I finally did that giant job of sorting out stock that I had been putting off for longer than I care to admit was a relief. So that's good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, it would mean the world to me if you would like to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm uploading here every day in the run up to Christmas. We're almost there, let's be honest. We're almost there. And I do post regularly outside of Christmas time, so if you would like to stick around, stick somewhere for the ride. That sounded, nope. It would be lovely to have you here, and yeah, leave me a comment down below. What have you been up to today? What did you get in your advent calendars? How is gift knit going? You know the routine. How many cups of tea have you had today? Is it snowing? Are you having a heat wave? The standard fare. It's called the daily check-in, and we love to see it. So yeah, keep me posted. All of that fun stuff. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today. It's been actually delightful spending the day with you. I don't mean that to sound like it was a surprise, but I couldn't be bothered to vlog this morning when I got out of bed, and I'm very much glad that I did. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you very soon in tomorrow's video. Bye.